Hello, good day to you. Thank you to our CX show today. And today we are looking at customer retention, as it is very, very important to business. You know, customer retention remain a very, very important part of business. So during this COVID-19, what have you put in place to really making sure that you retain your customers? Or you want to start doing marketing after COVID-19? That would be disaster, and that would be a serious one. So you have to plan yourself on how to start. So today I bring you a guest in person of Mr. Samuel Owosheni. Mr. Samuel Owosheni is a sales expert, a tested sales expert for about close to 20 years experience, and is in travel and tour that is most hit by this COVID-19. So I'll bringing him on board for our discussion today. Meanwhile, as we are on now, you can always raise your question. Uh, you can ask your questions via this platform, which is very, very easy. Once you ask question, we respond to you appropriately. So, Mr. Osheni, thank you for joining us. Like I said, as a
Thank
sales
you, doctor.
expert, we need to look at a lot of things that we need to adjust at this period. And I'm convinced that you want to continue to maintain your customers post COVID. You wouldn't want to start all over again to start doing advert. So now, can you preliminarily, can you just tell us your experience about COVID-19? What has it brought to your table?
All right, thank you so much, doctor. First of all, I would like to say good afternoon, audience, and of course, I hope you're maintaining the social distance and also ensuring that we're wearing our face masks and using our
Yeah,
hands as well too. All right, COVID is real, so please help ourselves. Let's help ourselves to beat COVID even in this season. Yes, coming back to what your question, coming back to your question, this has been a very interesting period in sales. More importantly, in the area of travels and tours. Traveling has to do with you leaving your comfort zone, going to another comfort zone in another country. And now that COVID-19 is a pandemic, as is being declared by World Health Organization, it's cut across travel industry and that industry is the worst hit in any case. So it's been a very challenging period, but then it's quite surmountable because we believe there's going to be travel even after now. COVID-19 is a general problem, and very soon we will beat it if everybody decides to do what they need to do as well. So, and I know this time we should start traveling again and we should start seeing clients everywhere as
definitely.
well.
We can't do without travel. We're in a global village, so you just have to move around. So basically,
Yeah,
thank you so much. As a sales expert, at this point in time, how will you rate selling at this period in time? Are people still buying? What is the magnitude of people that are buying? And how do you think we can move forward in terms of selling?
of course, your guests are good as mine. When you tell someone to buy a travel package this period, they will tell you, but are you not aware of what is happening in any case? So again, our focus now is not purely on selling now. Rather, is to see how we can, first of all, empathize with the client and ensure that the clients are safe and do our own corporate social responsibility of making sure that we close down our business, obey government instruction and principles, and tell our clients, sanitize them about what is needed to be done. And more important, understanding that we are with them in this season and things will go back to normal very, very soon. And again, what we do again is to ensure that the services that we give to them, that's offline or that is not related to travel, which is part of our services as well, we give to them. And we ensure that that is top notch, and they also give them that service in such a customized format that it is tailored made to their need. All right, we could have places or reasons or clients where perhaps they needed some specifics even during this season itself. We don't try to say because of it is not part of our policies. As long as our product can accommodate it without we spending any extra, what we do is to give them such itself. Like I said to somebody recently, I said, you know what? If a client, like for example, is paying his monthly installment maybe for 4 months or for 6 months, and COVID-19, of course, cash flow has been very low, we can say, okay, for to show our understanding, instead of you paying up the balance of your payment in 3 months, all right, you can pay up in 6 months. All right, your travel that you needed to do extra, so time we can extend your time period without you paying cancellation fees or paying the refund fees or whatever things there. So we put everything on hold, not to make the client pay double or charge them penalty for cancellation, which of course is not their fault. And also we try to see how best we can be more we can empathize with some clients in such a manner that those that have a time period for their facilities to expire, we try to look at giving them extensions. All right, such that we tell them, okay, during this period of time, your services that we are supposed to give to you is frozen. All right, so we don't count this period of time, such that everybody can look as if we are in a docile or dormant stage. Then when the government open up the businesses as well, then we can start counting alongside. And by so doing, we give them that leverage and extension to making them enjoy the service much more without them denying them the benefits. After all, nobody can move around this period of time. So
All
those are
right.
some of the things we do. Our clients stayed with our brand as well.
So now, like I said in one of our discussion, that we have to manage the customers, the community, and the employee. So how are you just opposing? How are you managing these three things: your employee, your customers, and also the community? So what are you doing? Because a good example of community, you could see Dangote. Dangote has to come to the public and support the public, because if Nigeria had issues, it is also worse for Dangote than me. So Dangote is a multinational and it has a lot of products. So a worse Nigeria is a worse Dangote. A worse Nigeria is a worse big business in Nigeria. So how are you managing these three things together? Can you hear my question, please? Can you hear my question?
Thank you, Doctor. I know a lot of complain has been
I can hear you.
questions talking
Hello.
about yes. Hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Answering
can
your
hear you.
palliatives, all right? Our client.
Now, Mr. Awosheni, I could see there is little network challenge. If you look at the screen, you can see a question raised by one of the audience.
Okay,
Ifunanya,
on employee retention and management.
yes,
All right. Okay. All right. Good.
yes,
Like earlier, I said my immediate community is the clients and the staff. All right. So in giving palliatives, you have to consider your immediate community first to giving out palliative. I understand a lot of palliatives are given out to the community foods and all the rest. But for me, the immediate palliative that needed to be done is for the staff and also to the client itself. But that's where we want to sustain them post COVID as well. So obviously, we in our own part to have done our part. Yes, we've given clients and staff palliatives. We've waived a whole lot of benefit for our clients, and of course, some of them that had to be penalized on X, Y, Z, we try to waiver that even this season as well. And more importantly, we're keeping them engaged much more than before. We are
very
active
good.
on our social media. All right. We are active on our social media
And
with our client, with our employee. All right. And of course, we get feedbacks from them and try to even make some jokes and make some funny stuff around just to keep the mood high and make us to really take our eyes off from the present cloud of the effect of COVID on anyone. So what we're doing basically is to keep the hope alive. We're engaging the clients, I mean the staff. We're giving out palliatives to the staff, even this period of time, to assist them through this lockdown. And of course, we expect that they will also keep in return their loyalty to the brand and to the company as well.
All right, as a sales expert, so what other things do you think we can do now so that we can keep in business during and after COVID? Because my challenge more for companies is post-COVID. How do you manage post-COVID? COVID? Because people are now much more sensible. People are now much more exposed. People are now much more conscious. The challenge of not having purchasing power now has exposed a lot of things. So are you ready to really, as a salesperson, how well are you ready to really meet up that so that we can really have a better post-COVID? Because post-COVID is the problem now.
See, this has always been my take, and I like the fact that you took your niche in customer experience itself. My take has always been is that if the customer is well looked after, all right, if the customer get the value of the product he or she purchases, if the customer understand the benefits that are inherent in the product he is or she is getting, then it becomes easier for you to allow or for the client to put in his limited resources in purchasing what you've got to offer, either doing cross-selling or doing upselling itself. All right. So invariably, what I'm saying in essence is at this point in time, value must be
Yes.
put ahead of anything. All right. Customers experience, customer engagement, customer loyalty, giving back to the client what the client requested for, turnaround time, ensuring that the touch points are top notch is most important, because it's only when you're able to do this during COVID period that's when you can have post-COVID commitment. The way you treat the client during the period of lockdown, we tell the client, or we make the client take a decision whether to come back to you when COVID is over, and that's what we call post-COVID in any case. So for me, I'm only just concerned about ensuring that we keep the value of the product we sell consistent. All right, we tailor-made the client our product to the client interest. All right, and not overburden them with so much even this period of time. Thirdly, we empathize with them when necessary and give them flex and whatever it may be in any case. And finally, we ensure that our customers and with our staff are engaged even much more. All right, and they are
All
much
right.
better that are being given to them. Even this. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, please.
So I've said four things. I hope you got the four things I've said now. All right. Number one.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I believe I don't need to repeat that any longer because I believe you heard what I said, even though the network was just going on and off. All right.
No, it was fine here though. Now,
Okay.
finally, before I will let you go, can you please advise most of upcoming business that MSME, how do you think they can retain their customers during and post-COVID? Because an SME person may have only 20 staff, and to really give those 20 clients, to give those 20 customer good experience is what will make them to really remain in business. So what will you tell them in a jiffy so that we can really move on?
First of all, I would say for the SME owner, the entrepreneur, all right, it's time to
Yes.
cut down on frivolities. All right, it's time to cut down on expenses that are not necessarily going to add to the value or increase in sales. Whatever that will not increase
Okay.
the revenue of the organization, it's time you cut those things down. That's number one. Number two, the resources that are available, the few resources that are available should be channeled towards improving the value of product delivery. It should be channeled towards delivery to your clients. All right. Number three is to ensure that your staff within this period understand the strain that your company is going through, such that they themselves will not start asking for unnecessary demands beyond their basics. All right? Because we are
Fine.
all in this together. So the staff need to understand the strain that the company is going through, so they on their own part can display some sense of responsibility in ensuring that the clients are looked after, that their queries, inquiries are looked into, and answers are given to them to the best of their ability in any case. And finally, we need to empathize with the client where necessary and make necessary adjustments and flexibility where it's needed as well. If SMEs can do all of this itself, though it will be tailored according to the product the SME is selling, But I think this is one of the approaches we can use to still say that we stay beyond COVID-19 as well.
All right, thank you so much for joining this session today. We have definitely discussed it extensively. I'm sure people must have gained a lot of things. Thank you so much. We'll be engaging you subsequently. So, audience, like I said, we look at customer retention. Like I said, you just have to increase. First and foremost, you have to increase your social media presence, because you have to be top notch. People have to be seeing you. It is people that they see they do business with at this point in time. You must also add some personal touch. You have don't wait for your customers. You have to get close to them and meet them. Another thing, that these are time of innovation. What have you innovated at this point in time? What how virtual are you at this point in time? Because now every business have moved virtual. Like I said, we are 15 years ahead of our normal 2020. So I think we are in 2035. The technology you are supposed to be learning gradually. You have to learn it now, implement it now, adopt it now, or you'll be missed out. So that is just what we need to embark on. So this is the end of today's session. We want to say thank you for attending, for being part of this session today. Subsequently, we keep on engaging different experts on how we can really move on customer experience in Nigeria and globally. So, Customer Service Awards Limited is your number one customer experience company in Nigeria. We can diagnose the challenge you office. We can give you solution and how you can really be better in what you do. Not be better only, it will show in your bottom line. If you give us opportunity to diagnose and really analyze and give you solution to your CX challenge, I assure you, you will definitely enjoy the benefit of that, and it will show in your bottom line. Also, this is the time for you to really work on customer experience and expand your horizon so as to achieve the best. Thank you for being part of today's session. Thank you so much. Remain always offer good customer experience. Thank you.